Hey, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2015 International 4400. This is a Cummins powered International, mated to an Allison automatic transmission. Spring ride rear, 11-foot maintainer service body. Has a little under 236,000 miles, a little over 7,800 engine hours on the truck. 10,000 pound crane with a 25-foot 2-stage hydraulic extension, hydraulic compressor, hydraulic outriggers, and some drawers in this truck. The goal of these videos is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. So if you do have any questions or need any additional photos, videos, or information, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. The first half of the video, we're going to go around the exterior of the truck. I'm going to point out all the cosmetic imperfections. We'll look inside the cab and inside all the service body compartments. In the second half of the video, we will do a cold start, take a look at the engine, and then run all the equipment on the truck. So again, if you need any more information or have any questions, feel free to call or text anytime at 804-716-8487. This was a fleet-owned truck, came to us from down south. There's no rust in the undercarriage, no rust in any of the compartment floors, no rust in the service body floor. The bed and the truck have always been mated. The bed, crane, and compressor are the same year as the truck. It rained today, so there's a little bit of moisture on the door, so it might be hard to see some of these, but I'll be sure to try to catch all the little chips I find and point them out. You have some more scattered here in the front of the door, and one more right here as well. Again, it is a 2015 model. It is under CDL, air brakes, air ride seat, automatic Allison transmission. The seat has a rip right down the center of it that's been stitched, as well as over here. Seat bottom is in good shape, and the passenger seat is in good shape as well. You do have a RAM laptop mount right here. It's your main power switch for the PTO, and then for the body power, locking rear diff. Cruise control on the steering wheel, power locks, power windows. The steer tires are not new, however, they have tons of tread remaining on them. You have some more chips here. One larger one on the hood there. A couple around the headlight, one here. A little chip out of the bottom of the headlight itself. The bumper does not have any dents or dings on it. The passenger side fender is pretty clean. I don't see any chips to point out there. A couple more scattered along the bottom edge of the door there. Kind of the same location as on the driver's side. Top of the cab corner is clean. I always see damage up there from setting the crane down, but it looks like this one did not ever have that happen. That's a common spot to see damage though, on the cab corners up there near the crane. Some light staining on the headliner. Now once again, this is an 11-foot maintainer service body. It does still have its factory paint on it. We've not sandblasted and repainted this, so there are going to be some areas of paint failure or chips that you'll see. So most commonly on this, you're going to see kind of along the edges, some around the bottom lip as well, you see down there. Overall, it's fairly clean, especially considering the age and miles did not warrant a full repaint. See a little bit of paint failure here, a little chip here. This first compartment is your torch compartment, or I'm sorry, that's the second compartment. This compartment just has 2 shelves inside of it. Now all these compartments do have interior LED lighting. They also have the track system on the inside, so you can easily relocate these shelves up and down. You see the LED light strip here. All the latches close, latch, and lock as they should. We have the bin keys, and all of them are keyed the same way, so the same key will unlock and lock all of the compartments. This is your torch compartment here. So you see your support on the bottom for your torch bottles, your rings right here to secure them to the wall. Another little chip here, there as well. Looking up inside the bed, again, no rust to speak of in the wheel wells either. The drive tires on this truck are new, we just replaced those. If you'd like a full list of everything we did to the truck prior to offering it for sale, a couple more scratches here. That'll be on my website or anywhere you see the truck posted. I can also send you parts and labor receipts for everything that went into the truck before we listed it for sale. One shelf inside this passenger wheel well compartment. Now this compartment here does have a little damage right on the corner. It's still watertight, it's not leaking through here, but that is pushed in. Probably had something to do with how they had the crane set when they were setting a load and just pushed that corner down slightly. Here's a shot of the load chart. So again, it's a 10,000 pound maximum lifting capacity. It's run off a wireless factory remote and a 2-stage hydraulic extension to 25 feet. Little paint damage there at the base of the crane. And again, down here at the bottom of the crane compartment, these are your outrigger feet, so they slide out of their holder there. They slide on to the bottom of the outrigger. Here's your wireless remote and your receiver inside of that compartment. Nice large workbench rear bumper. Maintainer makes some of the best workbench bumpers in my opinion. Tons of laydown space on it. It's nice and wide. It does have a tow hitch receiver as well as a step and some areas along the back where the bed liner is peeled up. Another thing to note on these is that all your manual controls for the crane are in here. So your outrigger controls are right over here, and then all the manual overrides for the crane are right there. So if you do lose link on the remote or your battery dies, you're still able to run the crane off all the manual overrides. All your crane valves are located under this access panel right here. You have factory tie downs inside of the bed, factory mount up here for your welder. What's nice about these mounts is there's no drill holes anywhere in the top of the bins, which really helps for any issues with water intrusion. In the future, you can mount a welder without having to drill into your bins. The compressor's mounted the same way off those brackets. Do have some exterior lighting on the bed. We'll take a look at that later on once I get into the crane demo portion of the video. Some more paint failure here at the bottom of this door, as well as a couple chips along there. Inside of this compartment, you have one and a hose reel that's routed to the compressor, your air regulator and dryer, and a nice set of dual lock drawers. With some dividers already inside of them. A couple more areas that are chipped or peeled off here over the driver wheel well. One more nice wide shelf over this compartment. You have a chip on the edge of that door, and a couple more areas along the bottom there and over along this corner as well. Inside this driver 2 compartment, another large set of dual lock drawers. You have your body control panel up here for all your body lights and the air compressor. And just like the other drawers, you have a bunch of dividers already set up in these, or at least the top couple ones. inside of this compartment. 2 more sets of shelves. And your truck batteries are located down here at the bottom. A little more paint damage all along the edge of this compartment. It's a shot of the bed tag. And you have a Van Air RC40 compressor. Shows 27 hours on the compressor. That runs like it should. That about sums up the cosmetic portion of the demo video. I'm going to hop in the truck now. We'll take it for a quick spin, and then we'll come back, look at the engine, and run all the equipment on it. 236, 226 on the miles. $76.64 on the hours. I'll skip right over it. Go back to it. 76.64 on the hour. Pretty tight turning radius. It's a tight cul-de-sac back here, and I can make this turn without really coming off the edge. PTO is on, the truck's idled up. Before we run the crane, I was going to show you some of the lighting on the truck. So as I mentioned earlier, all the compartments have interior LED strip lighting. Very nice and bright, lights up the compartments extremely well. The little bottom crane compartment does not have any lighting. You have a strobe light mounted on the headache rack, 2 work lights that face in the bed, 1 rear mounted work light there, pretty bright. It's not LED, but it makes a good amount of light. So pretty good lighting all the way around on this truck. The outriggers are set. Again, they do have feet that you can slide on the bottom of them, just wide pads to put on. And once again, the outriggers are controlled off the levers right here. The remote is a factory wireless. Twist the e-stop out and push this all the way up to command the remote on. Each button is individually proportioned, so depending on how hard you push the button is how fast the crane will operate. We're now linked. I had to push the button up one more time to link the remote. It's now linked up to the receiver. So you have to turn the remote on and then hold it up on that speed to link the remote. It's all the way around that way. I'm going to rotate it back around this way so I can get it all the way off the back of the truck. Crane operation's super smooth. We'll run through all the different functions on it. I'm going to set it to the back of the truck here so I can unshackle the pulley block and then extend it out to its full extension. This is full speed operation as it's going now. I have the button all the way pressed in. Again, you can just feather the button like so and ease the crane over. So depending on how hard you press the button is how fast the crane will move. Winch down. I'm going to boom it down and pull that block off so that I can extend it all the way out. You are able to multi-function, so right now I'm pressing both winch down and boom out. Go back to just boom out. Winching down while I boom out again. That's out to its full extension of 25 feet. Let's take a look at the inner boom while we have it out. Nice and clean down both sides. Tons of thickness left in the wear pads. Rotation bearing is tight. When I stop it, it basically stops right where I let it off. Does not have a lot of slop in that rotation. And with the boom all the way extended, you can reach over the front of the truck. So that 25 foot of reach is a pretty significant reach. can see how I can just feather the speed, ease it right in to be able to set it back down nicely. Go back over just a hair. So the speed control is excellent on this. Compressor builds air nice and quick. Shut the truck off from the remote as well. So once again, it's a 2015 under CDL International with a Cummins and an Allison. Maintainer 11-foot service body, 10,000 pound crane, 25-foot 2-stage hydraulic extension. Really nicely equipped truck all the way around. If you have any questions at all, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. Turn it back on. I'm going to put the outriggers up, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.